Welcome back to Let's Play the Punisher.
We're back.
Yep, got more Nucci's to hunt.
Ma wants revenge for Bobby's death, so she had Bushwhacker kidnap my neighbor Joan. I followed them to the Central Zoo. It's a trap, but I can't let them kill Joan.
Bushwhacker and Joan are both characters from the comics. Bushwhacker kind of has a storied history. Joan was Castle's neighbour for a while when he was going incognito in Welcome Back, Frank. Kind of a nice, mousy woman who wound up finding a bit too much about Mr. Smith.
I had wondered if the neighbors in the 2004 movie were just a creation of that movie, or if at least one of them had been in the comics.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but at the very least they're influenced by them.
And Bushwhacker I'd never seen before in my life before playing this game.
Yeah, he's one of the lesser-known characters.
He's a bit out of sorts in this whole series.
Yeah, he stands out quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's another character we'll see later on who's just as bad.
Punisher's on his way.
Please.
Everybody's in place.
Who's the girl?
She's bait. Get ready.
Come on, Frank, he was right there.
Unfortunately, so was she.
Yeah, but he had his back turned for a second.
You, the guy's a
That's
dick.
all the Punisher needs, usually.
Yeah. Who the hell's he think he is?
I've been made for 15 years. He can't boss me around.
He's not even a member of the family.
Get out there and don't let him in.
Yeah, screw him.
Looks like we could probably lead the Nucci's in a revolt against the guy. But instead...
Don't worry, he'll live.
Of course. This guy should be so lucky. As we approach the wood chipper.
Ha! Body in a wood chipper.
Classic.
Cooperate, or you won't live to regret it.
No, don't, you freaking psycho!
Say, Timmy, have you ever seen Fargo?
Shit, that hurts! Wait! Give me a chance. I can help you.
I don't know.
You have one chance. Make me proud.
He's talked his way into getting to not be turned into a
Drop him,
paste.
guys, or kill us all.
Let's see how this works out.
I'm just kind of disappointed you didn't shoot him in the butt.
See, as soon as a gun goes off, these guys all pick their guns back up. So, would have been a bit of a waste. Or not.
There's always one hero.
Yep. So, we're gonna make up for our regrets.
No!
He makes good mulch.
Oh, Frank.
Delightful. Secretly, Frank was hoping that guy would just be useless so he could mulch him.
Pretty sure anyone playing this game or watching these videos was hoping the same thing.
Oh, naturally. There was no way we were gonna skip that execution.
Definitely one of the more enjoyable ones, if that's the right word. Without sounding horrible.
It's the right word for people who play the Punisher.
Pretty much.
And the uncensored version is shot from the opposite angle.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's worth watching. I've been linking those in the video description, so check those out.
Ah,
Yeah, I missed with the airborne cleaver.
I'm just kind of impressed, though, that apparently this meat cleaver has the same aerodynamics as a paper airplane. Just gently sailing through the air and hitting nothing.
Yep. Beautiful in a way. It's always good news when a guy surrenders.
I'm getting
Not for
pissed
him,
off
obviously.
No, obviously.
here. I don't know
But
shit about nothing.
usually it means he's got something special for us.
It's an ambush.
I like surprises.
I think that one, that panel there actually came from Punisher Born, which highly recommended if you haven't read it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out where these come from and list them as recommendations someday.
I recognize some of them. A couple of them happen from Born, which is about Castle's time in Vietnam. His last tour of duty.
Yeah, it makes sense, going with the flashback theme.
And yeah, it's one of my personal favourites. That and one shot called The Cell. It's like even people who aren't interested in the Punisher and are just looking for a good comic, I'd recommend would read those. Also, nice bits of brain matter going flying there.
Oh yeah. One of the nice things about the revolver is that occasionally it'll pop a noggin.
Yeah, I forgot how juicy the headshots could get.
Yeah, I chose to bring the revolver with us, and it's going to serve us surprisingly well. I had underestimated it a bit.
I picked up the assault rifle there as well.
Yeah.
Probably your first decent automatic weapon in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and areas tend to be very wide open in this stage. Makes the shotgun pretty useless, so it's to your benefit to replace it with the assault rifle.
Yeah, and ammo for it's pretty plentiful. Pretty much through the entire game until it gets superseded by better weaponry.
Yeah. Now there's 2 interrogations over here. We could do them both to get a lot of points, but it's not worth our time. It's the same one both times.
You are not good at min-maxing. Shame.
I am good at making videos watchable, even when they're 41 minutes long.
Fucking A! It hurts! The rainforest! He's heading there! Let me go, please!
Just like American History X. Damn, 2 for 2 on movie references with my executions.
Nailed it.
Wasting time here.
He was most definitely broken.
Ugh.
And there's nothing else in the area. Anytime Frank says wasting time or gotta go after Bushwhacker means you've completed the area.
Generally, if you have time to interrogate someone, that means the majority of the enemies in that area are dead anyway.
In that room, sometimes there'll be more rooms in an area. So Frank will say, keep going, buddy.
Shit, it's you!
So have you ever seen Train Spotting? No?
Screw you,
Let's see if we can get
Punisher.
movie references for all of them, because there's a lot more interrogations in this one.
You've seen my movie collection, come on.
Stop!
The controls on this one are reversed from the last one, so it always throws me off when I give him an extra bash.
Not like you didn't deserve it.
But I'm still going to let him go.
I'll distract the others. Go through the ladies' restroom. I'll do the rest.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Hey, guys! I saw the Punisher! Where?
Now, he's distracting one group of guys, but the other ones will still shoot at us during the conversation.
And be quiet, morons.
I guess that flashback about ambushes was right.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's been redecorating.
So it's a free ride if we go through the ladies' room, but
Why would you?
yeah, exactly. We're still gonna get shot by everyone, and it's gonna draw all the guys that he distracted. So there's no point.
Stop! Let me go and I'll help you.
Exactly.
Sound design in this is really nice at times.
Oh yeah, wonderful. It's a sort of timeless thing that makes games of this era still hold up.
The Punisher's here!
This is the guy who was distracted by the guy we interrogated earlier. Him and these two. They appear to just be working office desk jobs before we barge in.
Well, even the Mafia needs data entry did.
Apparently. I also really like the effect of the rain on the glass here.
Again, as I've said before, and I'll probably say about another dozen times before the LP's through, there is a lot of really nice touches that go completely unnoticed 90% of the time.
Yep, worth investigating all the time. But there's a floating health bar behind that window.
I thought it was the explosive canisters you were pointing at.
Nope. Here's another group that is unavoidable, even if you take the interrogation route.
Unavoidable, but not unexplodable.
Oh yeah. This is actually by far my least favorite part of the whole level.
It does get better.
Oh yeah, much better. This level as a whole is quite good, but this section is pretty bad.
It's probably because it feels too much like every early 2000s FPS.
Yeah, true. It's very generic.
Yeah.
And I threw that grenade at myself.
I mean, to be honest, this could probably be a level from the first Fear, and most of the second, actually.
I've seen pretty much the exact same thing in Dead to Rights, which is not a good game to be emulating.
Well, maybe Retribution, but that's already been done. At least for once, he's not taking one of his own men hostage.
The revolvers are phenomenal for hostage negotiation.
I'm sure you've got a lot to do.
Damn right. You ever try to get bloodstains on a carpet?
I'll try not to make any more messes.
We are not going to do a very good job at not making any more messes. Poor janitor is gonna wish he was dead.
There will come a time when the dead envy the living. Wait, wrong way around.
So I performed very shittily in that section.
Joan alive forever.
But the Punisher just told us that it's over. I've also gotten lost in that area before for very long periods of time because it all looks the same.
Yeah, some of the later levels are really bad for that.
But the rest of this is going to be nice and linear.
Hey, Tommy, check out these piranhas.
This is going to end well.
Oh dear.
It's upstairs.
Famous last words indeed.
Hands up, asshole.
That's not the smart thing to say.
It's an ambush. Take me with you, and I'll tell them not to shoot you.
Fair enough.
And now we do a reenactment of Piranha 3 Double D.
No one saw that movie.
Yeah. Someone had to. They made a sequel.
Yo, Tommy, don't shoot! It's me, and
You
the Punisher.
dumbass, I should shoot you myself. Hold your fire, boys.
So we're going to have to do a long, slow waltz with this guy. And it's very obviously a trap.
I'm kind of surprised they don't fire on you the second your back is turned. That's like common sense.
Yeah, basically.
He dies, you die, Punisher.
For some reason they know the Punisher can absorb hundreds of bullets.
Punisher? You don't look so tough.
Peer closely to see the insects that coexist with the flora.
What are you fools doing? Shoot them both.
And our safety is over.
Well,
These animals savagely attack the intruder.
There we go. That's what we wanted to do.
the one hanging off the nose gets me every time.
Boys.
Quiet. He's coming up.
I call the big one Bitey. So instead of, wandering safely through, we're just gonna slaughter mode everybody. I love that they slow down the narration. It's beautiful.
Sometimes you also hear the flashbacks, the stuff that they say during them. You hear that playing in the background as well.
Oh, nice. That's a very good touch.
Not sure if it's random or if it only kicks in, once you've actually heard them, but some of the later ones, which we haven't got yet, you hear them.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look out for that. I haven't noticed it yet.
I'm not sure if it unlocks later on once you actually get them, or if it's completely random, but it was something that I noticed towards the end of the game when I was playing it.
Yeah, probably a bit of both.
Stand still and I'll make it quick.
Not creepy at all.
Nay. Yeah, they actually do a decent job of keeping sort of a lighthearted tone with Frank dropping one-liners after every horrible murder, and also making it kind of serious and disturbing that the bushwhacker is creeping all up on Joan.
Yeah. On the plus side, I got a nice clutch of frags there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Would that be a cluster of frags? I'm not sure.
In the clearing ahead, you'll catch
We'll have to consult a biologist.
the Aztecs once
Now, we're unfortunately running a bit low on the assault rifle ammo, so we can't really afford to shoot any of these guys, except in quick kills. We've got health to spare, so I'm just gonna hack them up.
Trading one for the other, really.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, worst comes to worst, you get some health back if you interrogate anyone, so...
Yep.
Little health packs on legs.
That's one use for a frag.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost you any either.
Yeah.
Very rare that you get that one, though.
Mm-hmm. It's super uncommon.
Yeah.
You can sometimes use it to send the guy in as a human bomb to take out other guys as well. Not reliable, though.
Yeah, personally, whenever I've found it, it's usually the last guy in the room.
Usually. Now here's the part where we need all that ammo. There's a lot of guys. We gotta surrender, though.
the heart
No, that'll
of the
save him.
Aztec temple was the sacrifice.
Quite the opposite.
Oh, this is a special thing.
Kalima!
And their hearts were cut out.
Now, to leap to the bottom of these stairs.
Yeah, I was hoping you would show that off.
Ah, so janky and stupid.
It's
I don't
great.
know why the leap is so poorly implemented when everything else is so well done.
I know, I think the way they designed it was that, you wouldn't be... Someone, for some bizarre reason, thought, well, no one's going to jump down any stairs. And that's the first thing any idiot with half a brain would do.
Mm-hmm. And you just Superman and make the falling sound halfway through the fall.
I think it also works if you do it in slaughter mode.
I believe it.
Watch out. They're setting up a trap around the stone arch around the walkway.
Thanks. Now get out of here.
Got our health back from talking to that guy.
Where's the Punisher?
You three, head towards the building. Run back here if you see him.
Hey, nobody wants to hurt you. Come on out.
Somehow that grenade didn't kill anyone. Mysterious.
It flushed one guy out, but that was about it.
Yeah. Oh well, we got plenty to waste.
We just got surplus of ammo for once.
This section is very, very long.
And also looks a hell of a lot like Manhunt stage as well.
Yeah, it does. Which was also in a zoo.
Yeah. I remember playing the two games at roughly the same time and thinking, hang on a minute, bit of crossover here.
Yeah, I have to wonder if the Punisher would have been equally as violent and twisted if Manhunt hadn't come out a few years earlier.
Hard to say. I mean, that was during the PS2 era when everyone was trying to one-up each other.
Mm-hmm. But Manhunt really kicked down the door and caused some actual controversy.
Oh, yeah.
Even after everyone was desensitized.
Now you look at it and it seems almost quaint.
Sort of, although really, like, hyper-violent games where you get to physically torture people are pretty uncommon these days.
Yeah, it's a dying breed.
Really, the only ones I can think of are Manhunt, Manhunt 2, and The Punisher.
There's a couple of torture sections in Gods Are Watching, but you're not the one doing the torture.
See, that's a big difference. For me, at least.
You're the one trying to withstand it. But I guess pretty graphic for indie pixel art.
They can't really cut off your hands or your head in those, though.
They did cut off one guy's arm.
Pretty close, then.
But it was they showed you it in the trailer, so it's, zero impact. At least for me, but I'm a horrible shell of a human being. So.
I hear that.
Your mileage most likely will vary.
Now, we've done some sniping with these revolvers. That's how awesome they are.
Yeah, as I said in the last video, they're very accurate, but slow firing and you don't get much ammo.
Yeah, we did finally reach their limit there. They can't snipe this guy.
Yeah, I think that, well, considering he can, well, I think he hit you like once.
He didn't. He's too far away.
Oh, was it the other guy? Must have been thinking
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you're probably outside each other's range, but
More or less.
God bless him, he's trying. He can make it on his own.
Not anymore.
And then you shot him in the leg.
Yep.
Irony!
And there's a bunch of hacked up, decapitated animals throughout this area.
Yeah, which, strangely, when people play it, that's the thing that bothers them the most.
Yeah, seriously. It reminds me of one of my favorite bands. They're called Snot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, their lead singer died in a car crash.
Yep, remember that.
And whenever I tell people that, they're like, oh, that's too bad. And then I say his dog was in the car with him, and they go, oh, no.
Oh, the dog was their mascot. I mean, he was on the front cover of their debut/only album.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. A lovable little scamp.
Yep. Real shame. They had a lot of promise.
Mm-hmm. So that looked like a dead end. But if we go over here, special interrogation.
There's that janky jump animation.
Yeah, you actually need it to leap over that small chasm. Hopefully that's the only platforming in this game.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Stop! There's weapons in the janitor's closet, and here's a key. Now let me go.
Of course we will.
Thanks for the tip.
Dumbass.
You wouldn't have thought a drop of, what, 10.5 foot could do that much damage?
Well, you'd be surprised. I'm sure there are people who have slipped on a banana peel and died.
Maybe if it was a literal baby and his head was all soft and squishy.
People are surprisingly fragile.
This is true.
And also surprisingly resilient. There was one guy who dropped 65 feet and survived because he landed on another guy.
That story started one way and ended a completely different one.
Yeah. And the rest of this is just plain cleanup.
Yeah.
We'll be wandering through these tunnels, looking for good vantage points to find the rest of the Nucci's.
This stage as a whole is taken from Welcome Back, Frank. Quite faithful to the comics. Well, and at least in that, you know, he has to take out most of the Nucci family in a zoo. Obviously, quite a bit of expansion and adaptation from there. But again, just in general, this is another example of how much they've taken from the main series.
Yeah, it's always good to see that they decided to adapt something directly instead of just making it up whole cloth.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is quite a lot of that, but...
Now, what stupid mistake am I about to make?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh well, we're already on the other side.
And you've got a full slaughter mode bar, so...
Yep. And that was the last Nucci, luckily enough.
Joan doesn't have much left.
If he had killed me, I would have been so pissed. Because it's all the way back to where we rescued that guard.
Yeah, that's a good, what, 15 minutes at least?
At least 10, yeah. Now, we're gonna get through that gate in a second, but first, over to the janitor's closet, full of weapons, and we have the key.
Which is good, because this next bit, if I remember right, is a slog.
Open the gate.
No way! The Nucci's will kill me just like they killed all those poor animals.
They're all dead. Open the gate.
Okay, but I hope you're right.
If they're not all dead, he will not open the gate.
Where did Bushwhacker go?
I was hiding, but I saw him head toward the avian house.
Did he have a woman with him? Small, brown hair.
Yeah,
Frank's
she was
trying to say
screaming,
something
and
with
he
the aiming
dragged her to
reticle.
the avian house.
Especially here.
Before I shoot you myself.
Yes, Frank. Be a dick to the guy for no good reason.
Yeah, seriously. What did he ever do wrong?
Wouldn't open the door unquestioned.
Yeah, basically. And he let Joan get dragged by the hair by a gun-wielding maniac.
Gun-armed maniac.
True.
Bushwhacker wasn't in the original story, it's worth mentioning.
How Bushwhacker set this up? Why haven't there been any alarms?
I love this one.
And this one I don't actually have a movie reference for.
We bribed the guard at the gate. He was supposed to delay you.
I got a joke for it.
Good Rhino. Nice team.
That was the goriest interrogation yet.
Uh,
Told you I had a joke for it.
at least it wasn't any variation on horny.
Hurt me.
See, it could have been worse.
Much worse.
What did Bushwhacker offer you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, this guy's a tricky one
Crazy. Let me
to break.
go.
Yeah.
He said he was gonna kill my wife. Please don't kill me.
So yeah, this guy's the biggest fucker we've ever met.
You're a goddamn liar, Steve!
For you, but I'm in a hurry.
If you let these two die, then you don't get to learn that he's the biggest fucker we've ever met, though.
Animals.
Funny, I'm gonna hunt some animals.
Yeah, it's funny how, you know, you're popping heads left and right and everyone's like, the poor widow animals!
Exactly.
You're going down. Fuck this.
See, that guy had the right idea. Didn't save him, but he had the right idea.
Yeah, he had it 2 seconds too late.
Please, we surrender.
Bushwhacker said to kill them all.
Run for it.
More security guards to save. It's really difficult because they're heavily outgunned and their AI is very, very stupid.
Yeah. If I remember, there's no real penalty for letting them die.
Absolutely none at all.
Yeah.
That was pretty useful, though.
That guy was in front of a goddamn firing squad.
Yep. That's the only time they're useful is when they group up and one guy comes to see them.
Yeah. Safety in numbers. And at this point, everyone's watching the combo meter go up.
Thing of beauty. Frank will let us know when all the Nucci's are dead once again.
Yeah. Game's nice about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got them all.
Or rather, the guards will let us know.
Yeah, close enough.
Because all but one of them died. If they all die, then Frank says, I let them all die.
On the other hand, that's the downside to grouping up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just one decent shotgun blast in. Well, there goes half the squad.
They've got terrible health.
You keep them busy. I'll get Bushwhacker.
Now we got a runner.
Also makes me laugh how most of his kills are incredibly brutal, except for the ones where he just throws him down and kicks him, speaking of which.
Yeah, like I guess he's throwing them so hard in slaughter mode that they just, you know, rupture internally.
Yeah. Oh bugger, he's gone and dislocated my spine.
Maybe they just die of fright.
Wouldn't surprise me. That has actually happened a few times in the comics.
Oh, nice.
Resists the pressure from thousands of...
Well, that sounds like a challenge.
Haha. And yet another special interrogation.
Tell me how to find Bushwhacker and Joan.
Let me go, you bastard!
No, please! There's an ambush. Let me go and I'll talk them out of it.
So many ambushes.
You think they would learn?
Guys, the Punisher's dead. Get up here.
Can't believe that worked.
Seriously.
Eel is active.
Just like I said, as far as they're concerned, they only need to get lucky once.
Yeah, basically. They've got a lot of hubris that it's going to happen. That's actually a very useful guy to let live after your interrogation.
Do not touch the water.
Certainly the best one in this area. But immediately following is another interrogation.
I shouldn't kill you right now.
So, have you ever read Silence of the Lambs? Or was it Hannibal that happened in? Forget.
Take me to Bushwhacker. Trade me for the girl.
Well, this guy has a foolproof plan. We're gonna trade him for Joan. Bushwhacker is shown to have, unerring loyalty to all of his men, so this is definitely gonna work.
Worthless mook for someone that Frank Castle seemingly cares about. Don't see anything wrong happening here.
What do I care?
Please, boss, don't let me die.
Die like a man, Marco.
Okay, so that was the stupidest person to ever let live. But we're gonna kill them both.
The electric eel is actually.
This time I save my slaughter mode for now.
It's probably a better place to do it, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Only because it's just too much cover. Or at least too much waist-high cover. Earlier area, you can quite easily flank half the guys that you come across.
Yeah. It's actually the large fish tanks are useful to work your way around and get behind guys.
Yeah.
I actually had to cancel slaughter mode early there because I killed everyone too quickly. You don't get to keep partial slaughter mode afterwards,
Yeah, it's
unfortunately.
basically all or nothing.
As soon as you activate it, you have to use it all.
Bushwhacker. Trade me for the girl.
Is underwater. The eels stunned.
See you, Mason.
That's what you get for having such a stupid plan.
About time you got here, Castle. Keep coming, Castle.
Bushwhacker will always run away after you either get close enough to him or shoot near enough to him. Which is what I was trying to do, but you don't want to hit Joan, because that's bad news.
Yeah, he's surprisingly gun-shy for a man with a gun as an arm.
Yeah.
And yes, people have asked all the questions that are probably going through your mind right now. You know the ones I mean.
Ah, yes. Not what I was thinking, but yeah. Springs to mind pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I remember once someone asked the creator of Ranma 1/2 what would happen if he turned into a girl, got pregnant, and then turned back.
I don't think about these things, and neither should you.
Yes, exactly.
Funnily enough, that came up in a conversation a few days ago. That is weird.
I'm gonna kill you, Punisher! Don't come any closer.
But we know less about them
No
than
cutscene.
we do about Mars.
There must be more. We don't have to kill them, but I'm gonna.
They're there.
Who do you think I am? Not the Punisher?
Are you dense? You retarded? No, wait, different company. Whoops.
I'm the goddamn Punisher.
Oh, Frank Miller, you are crazy.
Yep. Giving Frank a bad name.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I don't think Frank Miller's actually done much Punisher work. None off the top of my head. He might have done some at some point, but nothing that I can remember.
Seems like a good match, but it also seems like something that he could take way too far and fuck up entirely.
Like, basically every character he's ever written that isn't his own.
Basically. There's Joan, up in a cage. Don't know how Bushwhacker had time to set this whole trap up.
Especially considering he's only really got one arm.
Yeah. Guy works fast. Well-placed grenade. Getting us another decent combo.
Yeah. At this point, we're still basically... We're still at the point where, you know, enemies have like a 25 to 30% chance of hitting you with any given volley.
Mm-hmm. In fact, the previous stage, Lucky's Bar, we had a decent chance of dying in there. Just because there's such a huge concentration of guys in such a small area.
Yeah, and they've all got shotguns, or quite a few of them have the revolvers as well, so you just wind up getting, you know, overwhelmed really quickly if you don't know what you're doing.
This stage we have a moderate chance of dying.
Yeah. It's still possible, but, you know, you really have to be playing recklessly, as you were earlier.
Oh yeah. That section where I was trying to quick kill guys for ammo, died at the end of that one once.
Bushwhacker put piranhas in the pool.
Joan sounds a bit like Harley Quinn for some reason.
Yeah, in the comics, she's kind of a mousy woman who stutters a lot. Very, very nervous and twitchy. And it is New York, so I suppose you could say that does justify the accent a bit, but...
She could legitimately be from Brooklyn.
Yeah. But, if you've read the comics, really doesn't fit what your mental image of her voice is. More than likely.
Yeah, can't imagine it would. So we gotta protect that skull guy.
Controls are ruined. Have to try something else.
The obvious solution doesn't work.
So we try the more obvious solution of violence.
Yes, exactly. First we gotta kill everyone though, because you are not invincible while doing interrogations.
Yep. Also, when you're one-handing the assault rifle like that, your aim goes all over the place.
Yeah, much worse accuracy.
Emergency release valve in closet behind waterfall.
I don't know what he's talking about. Waterfall. I don't see a waterfall anywhere. But he's talking about this closet.
Yeah. I mean, it is really the only place you can go at this point, but it does make you think, hang on a minute, did I miss something?
Secretly, we didn't have to kill him at all. And the only reason they have you go in a closet to do that is so that Joan can teleport onto the platform.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheat, but you know, this was the PS2 era, so you can forgive them that much.
Yeah, exactly.
Need to get Joan out of here.
He's still worried even though everyone's dead. They will try to shoot and kill her if you don't kill him.
Are they all dead? What about Bushwhacker?
He'll be dead soon.
Unfortunately, we can't kill him here.
There will be a reckoning, though.
I did try to chase him, but oh well.
And I don't see why it's such favorite weapon none when you use the assault rifle pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that happened, but only got a bronze medal. I should probably replay that mission right now.
So, anyone got another 40-odd minutes to spare?
We did, of course, get a new gun.
Yep.
When a high-speed 5.56mm round enters the human body, it turns sideways and rips several inches through muscle and tissue, and then shatters for when I really want to hurt someone.
Apparently that's what we did to 168 people just now.
Grenade launcher itself, that you probably noticed on the barrel of the gun, doesn't show up until much later, if I remember right.
Or until you buy the upgrade right there.
Ah, yeah.
Which I am about to do.
People said that I was, you know, an expert on the comics, not the game.
And we got some points left over. A little more HP.
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt. Since the enemies are getting a little more accurate.
Yeah, this is the point where things start ramping up. Next stage in particular is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
But very easy to die in.
Certainly starts off nicely. Now, where on earth did they get this picture?
That is an actual scene from Welcome Back, Frank. Punisher punches a polar bear right in the goddamn face. I will post the page in the thread if people want.
Very nice. He's certainly going to regret posing for the media that way.
Yeah, you gotta wonder who was taking the picture for that one.
So, Eddie's still alive, because we got distracted.
Yep.
Ma's on the list.
Yep, wearing very delightful S&M gear there.
Yeah, seriously. And there's no way Bushwhacker is not a Terminator reference. Look at that.
Yeah, imagine the Terminator as a redneck hunter. That is Bushwhacker in this game.
Yep, we'll be doing some redneck hunting next time.